Welcome back, Troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. The technical difficulties, we're rehashing this old one because it has not been viewed enough. It's a beautiful black and orange SG Zoot Suit. So this one's very Halloween-y because it reminds me of a jack-o'-lantern. But let's go ahead and dive into the history of the Zoot Suits. These are very strange guitars birthed around 2009 and they lasted till approximately 2012. They made 5 different finishes. You can find a red and black, a natural and black, a rainbow color, a blue and red, and then lastly, this orange and black. Later on in 2013, Gibson decided to follow up the series with a Les Paul variation. You can check out reviews and demos for all of these on my channel if you're interested. But what makes these fascinating is the fact that they're actually multiple layers of dyed birch wood. So each and every single one of these is going to look a little bit different depending on how much dye it absorbed. Meaning some are really stellar looking like this one, and then other ones, they didn't quite get the even effect going on. Or you're missing a layer like on this rainbow one. Or the layers aren't just clearly defined as like on these. However, that just gives each and every single one of these a unique fingerprint. Some are more attractive than others. But the other thing that's fascinating about these SGs is the fact that they actually have a carved belly to them, kind of like a Les Paul. But the top is not the only thing that's carved about these bad boys. Obviously, you've got the edges, but it's also concave on the back, just like the SG Diablo series. And it's not just the bodies that are done up like this, you also have the neck constructed in the exact same fashion. So these generally range between about 43 to 50 pieces or so it's probably the strongest Gibson neck that has ever been made. So of course they can get away with shipping these things originally in gig bags. But besides being fancy, they actually have 24 frets, which is not something that every SG has. And due to that, the pickup spacing is just a little bit different as compared to a regular SG. And hey, did you notice the control layout? A master volume, a 3-way toggle switch, a master tone, and then your output jack. That's different from your normal SG, but it follows the contours of the body, so it's okay. Speaking of the pickups, they come stock with really hot ceramic pickups. These are the 496R500T set, and you're going to notice they have clear bobbins, and you can see the windings underneath them in a nice copper color. You also have clear pickup rings. And another awesome feature on these guys is they actually cut the headstock veneer a little bit to expose the multi-piece neck. So now that we understand the history of the SG Zoot Suit, let's go ahead and hear some tone samples. Now that we know how this guitar sounds, let's go ahead and review its condition. Alright, this one's collector's grade. The only thing that's been changed is the strap buttons on this one. I don't think we've yet to find an all-original one out of this collection. You might have some light picking wear and whatnot, but this thing is relatively very clean. I just cleaned the frets and oiled the fretboard. I would suggest a setup because this guitar, it really does not seem like it was ever played. I think it was just purchased for collection purposes and then put away in the case forever. So you've got a little bit of fret buzz, but I really think it's just because you need to get the action adjusted and whatnot. You just got some light handling marks here. These are a satin finished guitar. If I remember correctly, I think it's 2 coats per every layer. So you can buff these into a nice gloss finish if you wanted to. However, I wouldn't suggest it unless you plan on keeping the guitar. Again, 496R, 500T, original bridge and tailpiece here. Original knobs yet. It's very common for these things to crack. You've got a small crack in this one, but the tone knob appears to be fine, and you have the original red switch tip. So everything is good on the front. Back of the headstock, serial number 0190904225. This is a first year 2009 model. These have pretty rounded neck profiles to them. I'm sure Gibson would consider this a 50s neck. I would just kind of consider it in medium territory. But no major nicks or dings on this guitar here. The back, I love this. It's very visually appealing to me. That's one of my main thing about the Zoot Suits, is I like to see a nice hourglass shape, at least on the back. I dig it on the front, but I can deal with some variances, but the back is a must-have. But I don't see any buckle marks back here, just some light handling wear. You even have the original plastic over the back plate, so this is definitely a very clean collector's example. Again, the only thing changed on this one is the strap buttons to Schaller strap locks. Unfortunately, I do not have the original buttons, but you can still buy those yet today. So overall, a very clean guitar, but let's blacklight it anyways. Here we go. Now it kind of looks like the Black and Natural one. It glows. We'll take a look around here. I mean, collector's grade stuff. It's kind of boring to do video conditions on, but it's mainly just here to serve the purpose of illustrating its condition. These are really cool guitars under blacklight. This is what you bring to blacklight parties. I don't know if anybody actually has those. Those might be a thing of the past. I guess you could bring this for laser tag or something. I know they have them there. Face of the headstock's looking good. Back of the neck. There's nothing to worry about on this one. So a very nice example overall. Every single Zoot Suit, regardless of the series, Les Paul or SG, came with a gig bag. This one has been properly upgraded to a Gibson USA SG case. You can see you've got some dirt, scuffs, and just general light wear and tear on the outside, but everything works the way it should, and this is definitely way better than a gig bag. The interior is white. The only thing to really make mention of is this looks like glue stains to me. Thank you, Troglodytes, for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.